I don't know.
Well, I mean, okay. In the last Oregon Coast Aquarium video, Caleb showed off the sharks. He wanted to show us one more thing besides the bat rays. There was something hidden in the deep. An octopus named Olive. This beautiful, scary girl was absolutely amazing. She was very inquisitive and very curious. Let's check her out.
All right, so yeah, each one of these suckers is controlled by a ganglion, so kind of like a prototype brain. And so if you watch really closely, you can see each arm almost works by committee. So when I get the attention of one sucker, the suckers immediately around it will be like, hey, what's that? But the other ones won't respond, at least not until the suckers immediately around those all start interacting, kind of like here, because you're a new person.
Yeah, it's like a suction cup.
Yep, exactly.
Oh my gosh.
And so as each of those suckers find more and more interesting things, eventually the whole arm will interact with whatever it is, which in this case happens to be my pants.
This is amazing.
And eventually the main brain in the head or in the mantle will be like, hey, what's that?
They're sending signals
Uh-huh.
back to the main brain.
Yeah, so
with each individual.
Yep, so each arm is controlled by its own little sub-brain. And then, yeah, the main brain that's in the mantle that's responsible for vision and all the other things that our brains are responsible for will eventually take over and be like, okay, yeah, this is worth checking out.
This is probably one of the weirdest sensations I've ever had, and my hands are cold because of the water, but like the arms are just amazing. That's wow. That's a good strong.
Yep. Yeah,
grip.
you can see each sucker is dexterous in and of itself.
Right.
You know, they can orient and they can kind of grip by themselves, and see, this is kind of that committee action. It's like, hey, what's that? And
that's all. Look at.
Yep. So that's the siphon right
the
there.
Siphon. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So and this is all just extra flaps, like just so that's what kind of helps.
Yep. So
propel them.
So when hunting, that helps the octopus contain any prey.
It'll wrap around it, or kind of.
You could just kind of create a cage around it to prevent escape. It also assists with camouflage, so they can change the texture of their skin, the coloration. They can look exactly like a rock in under 1 second, if they so chose. Octopi are also really bad at playing poker because you can tell what an octopus's mood is based on their coloration and texture. So right now, this is pretty much the look of a happy octopus. It's kind of this light red color, very smooth skin. We've seen when we give them puzzles of any kind, they kind of develop a light mottled coloration with very moderate texturing.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like their thinking face.
Yeah.
And as they get more and more frustrated with the puzzle, if it's accidentally set too hard, they'll actually get more and more mottled and more textured. Wow. And they'll either figure it out and then they'll get smooth all of a sudden. It's like, hey, I solved the thing, or they'll just throw away the puzzle and give up, and we have to reduce the difficulty.
That's awesome. As adorable as Olive is, it was time to move on to see the rest of the aquarium.
These things right here are strawberry anemones. So they're the same species, but they're different colors. So what that tells you is they're two different colonies. So one of these would have landed and then asexually reproduced and created a whole colony. This right here is an Oregon hairy trident. That's our official Oregon state seashell.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. So look really close, really. It looks like you're looking at it. It looks like you're pointing at it.
Sorry. What is that?
That is a masking crab. So.
Oh, it's a crab.
Yeah. So this is kind of like its rostrum or nose looking part is right there. And you can see its legs.
Can I tell you, I would not have guessed. I would not have guessed.
All day long, I'm coming, I'll see people look, and they just keep on moving, and I know they didn't see it, and I'll ask them, and they didn't see it.
Lump suckers. They're so cute. Little funny little
The
fish.
cutest, most ridiculous things you've ever seen.
Yeah, they're so interesting because, they're the ones that have that little thing on the chest area. Well, not chest, but whatever you call that.
The sucker?
The sucker thing, like it keeps them in
Yeah.
place. That's so cool.
Yeah, so they don't have like a swim bladder like other fish. They just have that suction cup. Because they're not really strong swimmers, they can just hold on to the rock
Wow,
and hang out.
wow. So right now, those are the brine shrimp they're eating.
Yeah. So that's
Brine shrimp?
That's adult brine shrimp, yep.
That's super cool. Look at that.
Have you heard about swimming anemones?
No.
No, there's anemones that actually swim. So if they get touched by a leather star, they can swim away. And this is
Wow.
one that produces that swimming away response. The leather star. You can touch it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It feels like a wet leather,
Yeah.
like a wet leathery feel.
Yeah.
Almost like it kind of has like a not quite suede, but almost like velour. Like it's a weird. Wow. Such an interesting feeling.
Yeah, and you can, while you're here, touch the anemones too. These are giant green anemones, which are really common. So these are the feeding tentacles. The mouth is in the middle.
Yeah. So they're trying to push whatever towards the mouth.
Yep. Yeah. So they'll sting it too. So they have stinging cells.
Yeah, but I don't feel it, right?
Yeah.
Because it's not that strong of a sting for
Right.
us.
Yeah.
Cool.
You can see the stomach of this bat star. So bat stars, yeah, they'll let their stomach down to digest the prey.
Wow.
Yeah.
Those little
It looks like little shrimp.
little
Yeah.
shrimp in there.
Yeah.
So that's their stomach. That's so weird. That's so weird.
These are pinpoint gunnels, so they hang out in seagrass or algae, and basically they take on the color of the grass that they're in. So like these guys are green, but when they first came they were red. Or they can be like a yellow-brown depending on which kind of like vegetation they're living in.
Now that we're done with the fishy part of the tour, let's see some snakes.
So some people call them the two-headed snake because they have a thick tail.
Yeah, it looks like a head.
Yeah, so a predator's maybe going to go for that wrong end because they'll hold it up like a decoy and tuck it
Yeah.
under.
No, I love rubber boas. They're just little worms.
Yeah.
Like they're not snakes. Look how small. Aren't they adorable? Oh. His name's Rocky. I love that.
Yeah.
Rocky.
Yeah.
Rocky Boa. No, I know I said we're gonna see snakes as in plural. We saw one snake. I saw a bunch of other snakes. I just didn't show them to you guys. Sorry. It was absolutely wonderful meeting the rubber boa, Rocky Boa. But on the way out, we had to say goodbye to Patricia and the turtles. Patricia, thank you so much for your time today and the tour. I had so much fun. It was really exciting.
Yay, thanks so much for coming.
Awesome. Okay, I hope to see you again soon.
Yes, yeah, come back.
All right, see you.
Bye.
All right, you guys, that trip to the Oregon Coast Aquarium was so much fun. I had such a great time with all the different encounters and meeting the octopus and the jellyfish. It was so fun. If you enjoyed that video, make sure you like and leave a comment down below to tell me what zoo I should visit next. Till next time, it's your boy Jungle Jordan. I'm out.